Hello, my name is Creostix, and welcome back to What Remains of Edith Finch. And I realized we're probably missing two stories here because we don't know how Edie or Dawn died, as in the mom or the great-grandmother. And those are the things that we still are yet to uncover, which probably are going to happen quite soon. And we get to venture on into the
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
Right.
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Ah, I'm sure that went very well. But I mean, I do understand the lady though, because I mean, one dead, one missing, swallowed by an art door, and all that. So you
I'm
know,
not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
hard to say. All those missing posters, man. They do paint a picture, but I mean, that they're all here is so just
I wish we'd stayed.
whoa. Really? Why? I mean, there's something magical about the place in a weird way, sure, but then again, everyone died in really strange ways. Ah, I stepped on some stuff. No, right, great.
But I understand why we left.
Yeah, I do too. Doesn't really take a rocket scientist to get that. Not sure what I'm looking at here, but okay. At least some lamps still work, apparently. Some duct tape and whatever. Lots of those. So apparently Edith made all the missing posters, or at least
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
oh wait, it's this mom's room. That's probably true. Yeah, my bad. That could be true. Yeah, maybe. Oh, she had that little religious spot in the upstairs of her old rooms. I don't know. Dawn Finch, grandma's, sure. Happy 90th. So it's a copies of the other photos in the place. Something about Lutheran Island, BS Island, whatever. I can't quite make it the entire thing from the mug. To teach and to learn, Dawn Finch. 7 ways to create a fulfilling classroom. That's a religious thing, okay. There we go then.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
You mean...
Maybe it should have come sooner.
Right, so that's Dawn's room. So Dawn had a number of rooms then, like essentially like 2.5, you know. And here comes Edith's room with lots of origami.
It had to end one way or another. All
Right.
that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Okay then. So Edith lived in the highest part of the entire thing. Whimsical and all that, there's a coolness to that, but boy, it doesn't look too safe with all these winds, man. It's gonna blow over one of these days. Like, seriously. Jeez. I am crawling. Yeah, that's in wait. Okay. So apparently Edith did a lot of stuff from paper then. Like figurines and such. Okay. Ah, now I'm writing the journal that the child is reading in the
That whole last day, Edie
present
just
day.
watched us pack and didn't say a word.
Okay.
Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Okay then.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
Curious if the powers have been shut off since then. Why did some
When
of
my
the
mom sealed the library,
lights
I don't
work?
think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Right, I hadn't been to the library yet. That's true. But this is me in the past. It's like really hard to it's really like confusing at some points to hold like in my brain.
The
Where am I?
thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
Okay.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Right.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
But she never went, did she? Oh, did Edith sleep in here? That's an interesting... I don't know. Maybe. A big word Odin there, so maybe. History of the Finches by Edith Finch, yeah. Seems like it.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Okay. If you say so.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Right.
In an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
Right.
They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful.
Oh,
You
I
know,
believe you.
I've seen that house every day of my life.
And every night as well, because you dreamed of it, right?
But I never thought I'd go back to it.
Wow.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
But if you're telling the story of how you died, how can you write it down?
I got turned around.
No, I didn't. I never pressed RT. The story is not true then. Haha, not my fault. Right. So a big rock.
For a while, I wandered.
Mm-hmm. Until the tide
I
took you.
started seeing things.
Well, who knows if that deer is actually there, because, I mean, it jumped into the air, sure, fine, but, well, or landed into the air, I should say.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Such as...
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends.
Right.
That night, a lot of things came back to me.
Like half the furniture of the sunken house, for one.
Or maybe I came back to them.
Well, technically speaking, yeah. Ah, garden gnome, hello. Do you want to come with me? No? Well, let's...
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Okay, so that story was not how Edie died, because that happened before... Right, so
I
that's
never saw
just...
Great Grandma Edie again.
Right, she just went there and saw lights and
The next
something
morning, the van
cruel.
came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
When you say gone, missing
After
or
that, we
dead.
moved around a lot.
Doing
We both
airwaves.
tried to make the best of it.
Right. Of course. And?
A few years went by.
Okay. Am I supposed to press something else?
My mom didn't like to talk about it,
Right.
but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Ah.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
Until... because pregnant.
Until I found out about you.
Right.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
That you...
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Oh. This is being born. Oh.
This journal was supposed to be for you,
Huh.
but now I hope you'll never see it.
Well, too late, I
I just
think.
want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself.
Oh,
I
did...
guess if you're reading this now,
means...
things didn't work out that way.
Edith died. Died at childbirth?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
It's a... boy, I think. I mean, could be a short-haired girl as well, I guess, but just my first guess, you know. Huh. Wow. Wow. That was... yeah, I gotta give it. That's really, really, and childhood photos of the developers, I think. That is a... whoa. That's a really, unique narrative experience, that's for damn sure. When it comes to a notion of, you know, the best, you know, narrative games of game of this year, yeah, I kind of hear where they're coming from. Yeah, I can't really argue there. And the only really like considerably like bad gameplay moment for me was with the tentacle monster. That didn't move right. It made things more of a chore than it needed to be. But beyond that, I'm pretty good with everything. I mean, I could have maybe walked just a tiny bit faster, but that's a really nitpick. And also it is a kind of it is a deliberate pace to take it all in, so I'm not sure if that's even a criticism, really. So, yeah, that is really, really good. I'm not really sure what to like gather from it all, but I think that's also the point. You know, like, was there a curse? Maybe. It's who knows? But because I mean, everyone dies at some point, right? I mean, I hear. So tragedies had befallen the family, but then again, Edie lived a really long time, for example. So I don't know. Although there were like these really weird ones, like indeed Barbara, like, huh? Like, the one thing I would have almost... On one hand, I'm kind of glad that it's, left open, but on the other hand, I would so love to know, like, what from an outside perspective would be the facts of many of the deaths, like, the Barbara death, like, what would be the case facts of what, like, they found the body, like, what had happened to it, and what about the one who supposedly was gotten, ran over by a train, but I mean, I guess he really was down there, but there was no possibility of there being a train because the tracks didn't lead anywhere. So what actually happened to him? Or were they just mostly magical deaths and all that stuff? The kid who died under the storm, that seemed legit, like more or less, like he was out there and the storm, put all this stuff on him and gone. So I guess that checks out. But many of the other ones, like the little kid about the eating, that was so weird. Super interesting, but weird. Like really good, but really weird. Huh. I really did like this though. The end. Ah, that's pretty cute. The replay story option is now available. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Ah, right. So I can replay individual... Okay. And I got the Dawn and Edie pictures on the family tree as well. Wow, I really don't know what else to say. That this was moving and I liked it. Even if a couple of tiny gameplay things could have been a bit more polished, but then again, the innovation on the Lewis part, whoa, that blows me away, man. Wow, that's probably the most unique thing I've experienced in a game. I don't even know, like, ages, I don't know, even ever, like, whoa, that's, Jesus Christ. I liked it a lot. I really did. You know how they say that when you're if your game is a quote-unquote walking simulator, a game focused on just moving around and experiencing a story and not having really a whole lot much, action. This had some gameplay as well, in the kite flying stuff, the fish stuff, the taking the photos, I think there's even like, you know, a number of achievements tied to doing well in many of those things, but yeah, but still, the thing is, what they say is, if you're focusing on a narrative game with just, you know, essentially the story and the walking, the story needs to be really, really good and or interesting. This was really, 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 really interesting. And I have nothing bad to say about the story anyway. It's just whimsical, curious, weird, interesting. Wow. I liked it. I really did. And I hope you did too. And I do hope you've enjoyed this, because indeed the idea of doing these Let's Plays, doing videos and such, the fuel that keeps this hobby going is the thought that maybe I get to, you know, make stuff that at some point in time other people find interesting or fun or funny or just for any reason really worth watching. And that's an amazing thought that if that could ever happen. So, I indeed thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time in the next game.